Hey guys, it's me, Pastor Neil, over at the Chambersburg Baptist Acts 1-8 Youth Ministry. Wanted to fill you in on something. We're going to be starting a brand new study series on our Sunday night get-togethers. We're going to look at life's choices and trusting God in life's decisions and challenges. I want you to think about something, okay? In the course of a day, from the time when you wake up, go through your day until the time that you go to bed, think about all the decisions you make during the course of a day. Pretty intensive, isn't it? Yet we're in a culture today that just sort of bombards you on making decisions. And from the time we get up on what we're going to wear, to what we're going to eat, to whether or not we're going to fix our bed, to whether or not we're going to finally do the homework we were supposed to do, or we're going to cram for the test, or how we're going to live our lives. Who are we going to hang out with? Who are we going to trust? I know during this Christmas season, check out the Christmas tie, side note. During this Christmas season, we have decisions like, who am I going to get something for? Or what am I going to get? We get so wrapped up in the decisions that sometimes we forget to include God in those decisions. So this new study we're going to start, Life's Choices, Trusting God in Life's Decisions and Challenges, is all about how you and I can look into God's Word and understand how we can make decisions based on God's plan for our lives. I don't know how many times I've said this, and maybe you haven't heard it before, but you think about something. If God didn't love you, didn't care about you, didn't have a plan for you, He wouldn't have created you. He loves us that much. He wants a personal relationship with us and provides us with an opportunity to make decisions based on that life He's given to us. The whole study will have all kinds of different verses, but we're going to base it on Psalms 1. That's Psalms chapter 1, verses 1 to 6. Now, we don't know who the author is, but I tell you, I want you to picture two roads. And before you get into reading Psalms, it's a road that has a fork in it. The life of a faithful person is contrasted to the life of the faithless person. And the psalmist writes, "Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord. And on his law he meditates day and night. He's like a tree planted by the streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers." Verse 5 goes on to say, "Not so the wicked. They are like chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteousness. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish." There's a lot going on there, I know, but I want you to understand something. You know, in this day and age, people are judging everybody. You see it on Facebook, you see it on Twitter, we're seeing it in the news, based on their race or sex or national origin or gender. But see, God doesn't judge them based on that. God judges us really based on our faith in Him and our response to the grace and love that He wants to pour out upon us. There are those who will diligently try to obey God's law and be blessed. And then there are those that don't trust God or obey God. There are really only two paths before us, guys. God's way of obedience and the way of rebellion, the world's way. Now, I know the world's way looks real intense sometimes. Like, whoa, I'd like to do that because there are a whole bunch of do-gooders there on the God side. But again, if God didn't love you, didn't care about you, didn't have a plan for you, He wouldn't have created you. He wants to have a relationship with you. He wants you to be with Him always. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. My hope and prayer is that you would join us on Sunday nights. We meet at 6:15 in the sanctuary, spend about 15 minutes in good contemporary praise music. And then we gather at 6:30 in kind of the greenhouse, our little youth area. And we're going to begin to look at life's choices and trusting God in life's decisions that will also help us through the challenges. My prayer is that you begin to understand what it is to live a life based on not only God's Word, but based on a close living relationship with Him. I'd love for you to join us. We meet every Sunday night. We're going to get right into it. And my prayer is that you'll begin to think about all those decisions you make during the course of the day and base them on how God would like to live your life. Again, we love to see you. I'll be praying for you. God bless.